She's lucky. Her head is very close to her vagina.
Did it record?
Hey,
Is the camera still on?
yes, it is still on.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit!
I heard you on. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, don't pick that up.
You said that in the camera.
Oh shit!
I thought that was recorded.
Guys, quiet down.
I can't do that now.
Yes, calm down. Someone's over there.
Someone can. Okay.
Oh no! Shut up.
Alright, the camera is on.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
You can edit
Just
it out.
don't think it's it. Just
Yeah.
don't think.
Yeah, just don't think it's on, but it's on.
Right.
Okay, start now.
So, I'm here today to tell you about my idea. My idea is to create a storyteller-based podcast
What's
or
that, an
a
audio drama?
radio drama.
Okay.
Yeah. About a story that I have been writing for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not copying them. I came up with this idea first.
Okay, yes.
But so yeah, the plot of the story is going to be based in a sort of olden sort of city around late 1800s, early 1900s. If any of you are familiar with steampunk, sort of that type of style. It's going to be about a young boy. I say young boy. He's about 23 or so.
Mhm.
He's a young man.
Young man.
A young man who's hired to work in this city from out in the country as a bartender. Don't ask me why he was hired as a bartender. I feel like he just needed a job. So I'm still working on characterization.
Or did you feel he needed a drink?
I feel like he needed a job. His name is Nicholas, mainly because I work better if there's a character in my stories called Nicholas, which I can throw myself into if I need visual context and everything.
Okay.
It's like, that's how I work, okay?
Yeah.
What's his last name?
His last name is Elkinson.
Oh, Elkinson.
No.
Nicholas Cage.
His last name's Riddle.
Nicholas Cage Riddle.
But yeah, so he is hired to work here, and there are other sort of forces at work within the city, be it the main government, which may or may not be corrupt, the police force, a group of religious cultists, which I'm still working on the name for, but here's a idea for the name. Something of the Brotherhood of the Cross, or the White Brotherhood, something along those
White
lines.
supremacists?
Pardon?
Are they white supremacists?
No. They are just people dressed in white cloaks most of the time. So they follow a god basically.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
You were talking about white cloaks and
Well,
the fact of it being white, and I assume that
No,
the Ku
no,
Klux
they're not
Klan
KKK.
influenced it. Not the KKK.
no, calm down. I'm working on ideas.
Well, what are cloaks supposed to do with vampires?
Oh, they're black.
Oh, yeah,
As
true.
well as a final faction working in the city, which is very eluded from everyone else. No one really knows about them. Again, still working on names, but I'm thinking along the line of the Evolutionists or the House of Evolution. Yes.
Okay.
But basically, their goal is to try and progress human evolution to the extent of superhuman abilities. Somewhat. They kidnap.
Like mutants.
Yes.
Okay.
But they have a more darker, sinister sort of thing in the way of kidnapping and then brainwashing them into what they want them to do.
Right, super soldiers or like winter soldiers.
In the way of super soldiers, but
Slaves?
more
Super slave.
just being used as, like, just soldiers in a
Basically,
way.
the bot devil.
Okay.
Somewhat. I have ideas, okay? They're not all mimics. But yes, and there will be other colourful characters that I will bring in along the way.
Okay.
Such as a 25-year-old pianist who is normally very calm and collected, but gets really pissed off if you mess with his piano.
Oh, dear.
Sounds like my point.
What genre is
And
this?
this is a very sort of supernatural, somewhat.
It's a steampunk atmosphere.
Yeah, supernatural sort of steampunk atmosphere. There are the world itself is supernatural, so there are still things like werewolves and creatures
Sounds
within
good.
the world. Just it is more heavily science
You say
based.
it's like
What's your title called?
It is called The Events of a Bartender.
What time do you say it is set?
Sort of late 1800s, early 1900s.
Oh, what is that? What is it? 1920s or something?
No,
Okay.
somewhere along that line. Cars are still a thing, but not very
Yeah.
popular right now. So that is a main premise of my idea of my thing. Of my story. I've decided not to include magic in it for the whole fact that I feel like I want this to be a more of a darker sort of gritty thing. I know magic can be used in a dark gritty sort of sense, but I feel like it's a bit too much of a bright thing to have in this sort of scenario. So I'm
Yeah.
working more within strictly science and engineering based things, but based in that timeline.
Yeah.
Yes, they have electricity there, so I'm just putting that out there. It's in that time period.
Okay.
Electricity is around, but mainly just used for light bulbs and the lighting and all that. I've also, but also like I said, I'm bringing in other characters. If anyone else has any ideas for characters, I can see what I can do to try and work them in. Examples of which would be like things like mad scientists, werewolves,
Einstein?
I can.
psychopaths.
And there is competition between businesses.
There are. Yes, the main business place which is happening, is for some strange reason very sort of like, for its area in the city which it is based in, because the city is a very prosperous city, but the city itself, India, the area of the city that the main building that everything we're based in, is in. The main building is the only one that seems to be running at a high, well, how would I say, business standards, while everything else is sort of like more low down and everything, which leads some people to suspect that there is foul play at work from that business, or there is other things going on. But yeah, so, any questions?
Where are you locating this? Sorry.
This is based in sort of, it's an alternate, more like an alternate Earth, because we're still on Earth, but it's different.
Is it inspired by any like cities or anything?
I'm still working on the idea. I have plans for the city, but everything else seems to be just my work on my. Not everything else. I'm working on sort of like. This is just going to be a pilot episode, mind you.
This just sounds like London.
Yeah.
It's
But-
like an alternate London.
Yeah, this is going to be a pilot episode, mind you. So it won't have lots of different stuff in. It'll just have like the opening to the whole thing. But I am planning to add in the story references to reference side stories to the Titanic as well as to King Kong, for the whole fact of I feel like those would work well in that time period.
You know, for the stories, and like the same as I had to. What's your idea for how you're going to end it? Are you going to end it with a question? You're going to end it with or are you going to end it with like a bit of sound? What are you going to do for an ending?
What do you mean? Well, like the whole story's ending.
Yeah, the whole podcast or storyteller's ending.
Well, the ending of the episode that I'm planning to do, I'm going to end it off with questions being unanswered in the way so it makes people more like, ooh, this sounds interesting. I want to know what happens on. I want to see what continues to happen. So I'm trying to keep it going, if that makes sense. Also, just because I forgot to mention this, I am planning to have Foley sound within it. Foley sound in the way just to create sort of sound effects which are difficult to get a hold of.
Oh yeah.
For example, construction noises, different sort of city soundscapes.